Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new super duper amazing Doctor Who review for today. So this review is on Rogue. Yes, I am reviewing Rogue, and I've kind of got some things I want to say about Rogue and personally what I enjoyed from it, what I did not enjoy from it. So before I get into the whole negative sort of side of the review, I want to talk about basically what I enjoyed from it. So I really love the fact we're in history. I really love the fact we're in 18th century. We are in 18th century, as the year is 1813. I really love the actual character that played Rogue, the actor, the American actor. He's absolutely brilliant. Rogue does give me Captain Jack sort of vibes, really Captain Jack vibes, and I quite like. I was very, very worried because I have seen people say, oh, it's going to be a recast of Captain Jack Harkness. And I never really wanted a recast because I really do like John Barron as Captain Jack Harkness. So I was so glad this is an entirely different character, an entirely different, way better actor. A little bit. I really like the character. So I really like the fact how really Doctor and Ruby are literally just there in the hall, in the kind of Bridgerton sort of vibe sort of story going on. I like the fact they are dancing, they're literally just having fun, a bit like the Doctor and Companion. Them two really give me so much vibes from Matt Smith and Karen Gillan, and of course basically say like Patrick Troughton with Freezer Hines. I really do get kind of vibes with them two. Ncuti Gatwa really reminds me so much of the 2nd and the 11th Doctors into one. But I will talk a bit of my issue with the episode. So before I actually do talk about it, the alien creatures, the shape-shifting alien creatures, and when I say they're shape-shifting alien creatures, I actually like the design of them. They are so creepy. I would love to see about maybe a 6-year-old basically watching this story for the first time and get creeped out by these alien creatures that basically use kind of electricity sort of power and basically can kill the body and basically they become the person they killed, which is actually quite interesting. I really think that would be terrifying. I can't wait to have kids. I really cannot wait to have kids and just watch Doctor Who with them and let's scare the hell out of them. I will not be a good parent, I do not think. I really do not think I will be a very, very good parent. Yeah, you know what, kid? You're going to watch Doctor Who. Just watch this episode, see what you think of it. And of course, they're probably going to run off and hide, and I'm just going to be there laughing my head off. I probably will be like that as a parent, so thank God I'm not a dad yet. I absolutely did enjoy this story. I really did. Now, Ncuti Gatwa is so good in this role. I really love Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. It is so brilliant. I love the fact where he's there talking to Rogue. Now, Rogue, I was a little bit worried it was going to be Captain Jack Harkness. Another copy of Captain Jack Harkness, or a recast of Captain Jack Harkness. And it's not. It's a totally different character. Sort of gives you like the Captain Jack vibes, but totally different. And it's something I really do enjoy. Now, Rogue is, of course, an alien capture. And, of course, he's there in the 18th century trying and catch one of these shape-shifting aliens. And, of course, he thinks straight away the shape-shifting alien is, of course, the Doctor. So I really love the way how you got Rogue and he's just there talking to Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor. And, of course, when he goes, what's your name? Rogue? Rogue? Just Rogue? What's your name? The Doctor? The Doctor? Just Rogue? I really love Ncuti Gatwa's performance. It's so funny. I love the fact when they're literally walking towards Rogue's spaceship. And, of course, they walk past the TARDIS. And, of course, he goes, that's strange. I've never seen that shed before. And the Doctor just looks so insulted he called the TARDIS a shed. He looks so insulted. Now, that's the thing. It's not the first time the TARDIS was actually called a shed, because that was... I really think that's a little bit of a callback to Charles Dickens, because Charles Dickens did call the TARDIS a shed in Young Quite Dead back in season 27, episode 3, with Christopher Eccleston's Doctor. So I really like that kind of callback as well. While they're in Rogue, and of course in Rogue's spaceship, and of course the Doctor is basically because Rogue thinks he's the Doctor's basically the killer, so he literally traps Doctor in this trap, and he's literally about to send the Doctor away. And of course the Doctor being the Doctor, and this is where I get Troughton vibes. I really do get like the second Doctor vibes in this one, because the Doctor is the most serious person in a room. He can talk himself out of a situation. And of course, he acts like a buffoon. He really acts like an idiot. And that's the thing that really gives me Patrick Troughton vibes. The way the Doctor acts a bit like an idiot in this episode, which is absolutely brilliant. I love the fact the sonic screwdriver can change colours. So when we first had the reveal of it, it was blue. In this episode, it's red. And now it's red again, like it was in Space Baby. So I kind of like the fact that the sonic screwdriver can change colours. I really love the Kylie Minogue song. I really love that Kylie Minogue song. I can't get you out of my head. It's really great. And I love how Ncuti Gatwa just goes, classic, like that. It really is brilliant. Now, my best friend Jamie Arrowsmith is a big, massive Kylie Minogue fan. So when I was watching that scene, and I was like, I cannot wait to see what my best friend is going to say about that scene, because he loves Kylie Minogue. He loves that song. It's one of my favourite songs for Kylie Minogue as well, because I do like Kylie Minogue songs. And I really like the fact how the 15th Doctor just goes, classic. And of course, Rogue's there trying to turn it off. The Doctor uses the sonic screwdriver to turn it back on. Rogue turns it back off again. And of course, the Doctor uses the sonic screwdriver. And of course, Rogue loses his temper and basically deactivates it. I love the Dungeons and Dragons sort of vibes. The Doctor uses the microphone thing that's in the sonic screwdriver, and he's there looking around going, you're not a Dungeons and Dragons type of person, are you? I really love that. I absolutely love that. Also in the spaceship, we had a surprising little bit of a cameo. So we know the Doctor in the trailer was going to be scanned. We didn't know what episode it was going to be, but it does look like it's from Rogue. And of course, we do have basically a holographic sort of scene where all of the past Doctors all come around him. So we see like David Tennant's 14th Doctor, we see Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor, William Hartnell's 1st Doctor. And as it went through basically all the Doctors, one Doctor popped up and I was so surprised. I was like, did they just make Scream of the Shalka canon? Because saying that, they've added Richard E. Grant's face into the mix. So Richard E. Grant played an unofficial version of the 9th Doctor in 2003 Scream of the Shalka, and that was basically to celebrate Doctor Who's 40th anniversary. And this was way before the revival came out. And now the fact we kind of have basically Richard E. Grant basically's face appearing in this, and I'm just literally going, they just made the Shalka Doctor canon. They really have done it. And then, of course, I was literally looking at Instagram later on today, basically when I was at work. And, of course, I saw a post about Scream of the Shalka. And I like the fact how Russell Davies commented saying, canon, love harp. So, surprise, surprise, Scream of the Shalka is now canon to everybody. So, yeah, Scream of the Shalka is basically canon thanks to RTD. I never classed Scream of the Shalka canon. So it does kind of ruin the numbering of the Doctors for me. It really ruins ruins the numbering of the Doctors. It really does ruin it. And I mean that most sincerely. It really does really badly ruin it. The only way they could do it if they say it's a pre-Hartnell Doctor, like the Fugitive Doctor. But there again, though, the Master was played by Jarrett Jacobi, and he was trapped inside a robot. So, yeah, Russell, I think you didn't think that through. I know you like to try and make everything of little piece of Doctor Who canon, but I really think you've managed to shoot yourself in the foot with this one. Literally, you got a gun. You shot yourself in the foot with that one. Because I cannot see many fans be happy with that. I really cannot see many fans be happy with that. There was a little thing where I kind of gasped because I really was so shocked. Because I thought we had the death of Ruby. Now, for some reason, they really like to tease us with deaths of a companion. So, Ruby basically technically died in Boom. Then she dies, we thought she dies in this episode, but she doesn't, because it's basically revealed that literally before the shapeshifting alien can drain Ruby, she breaks the nose of the beak. And I really want not to get on the bad side of Ruby. Then, of course, with her pretending to be the other alien creature, and of course, when the Doctor goes there, and of course, the Doctor is basically angry because he thinks he's just let Ruby die. After seeing a little scene where basically the 15th Doctor is shooting down with Carla, Ruby's adoptive mother, and he says, I will look after her. And I'm there thinking, that really gives me really callbacks to basically other companions, family members, where one, the Doctor promises to look after Amy and Rory to Rory's dad, and of course they end up dead in the next episode. I really kind of get that type of vibes from this episode, that the fact it's like, oh my god, I can't believe they've literally killed Ruby. I really cannot wait to, I really can't believe it. The plot line's really good because, again, Rogue does go and sacrifice himself to save Ruby for the Doctor. The love interest, I'm not against it. It's very different to what Ten Rose was, because it feels like so much Ten Rose is just shoved in our faces, where in this one, it feels a little bit different. I like the dancing scene because back then in those days, you know, if a man danced with another man, it would have been totally barbaric in their eyes. So I do kind of like that scene. The shocking engagement ring, it's just like, oh, I wasn't expecting that, even though I thought it was part of the ruse. When it took the Doctor hesitant, because even though it was a bit of a ruse, I really think it brought back memories of River Song to him. I really think it brought back memories of River's song. That's why he kind of froze the way he did. And I was like, oh, that's going to really give people something to get angry about if they see that, and like you River Song vibes a little bit. The rest of the episode was quite good. I mean, it was quite good. Not the best episode of the season. I did enjoy it. There are some great moments, like the Kylie Minogue song, I Can't Get You Out of My Head. I'm a little bit worried about the Schalke Doctor now becoming canon, because I really think that's going to turn the fandom into 3 different parts of it, because when Jodie Whittaker was a cast, the fandom already split. With the Timeless Children's story out, the fandom split even more. And I really think the fandom's going to split a hell of a lot more now, and which is something I'm really worried about, because I just want to enjoy Doctor Who for being Doctor Who. And that's the thing. I love the classic series, and when basically I was watching this episode, and of course Richard D. Grant's version of the alternative 9th Doctor came into the screen, or is he a different... I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say, because it took me 2 rewatches. Because today I've rewatched the story 3 times, but I watched it twice this morning. I watched it at midnight, and I watched it before I went to work, and then I went to my friend's after I finished work, and then of course I just finished watching it with my friend on iPlayer, and then I come back and I was literally like, oh, I don't know what to say about it. I had seen it 3 times. I honestly had to think, I didn't click with it being Richard D. Grant. I actually thought it was Michael Jason's character, the Valeyard, who was supposed to be a dark alternate of the Doctor's dark side that we see in, of course, Trial of the Time Lord. So I was a little bit thinking, oh, okay, they've added him in. They've actually added the Valeyard in. And then, of course, I was like, no, hang on a minute. I recognise that face. And it clicked. It's like, they've made Richard D. Grant's Doctor canon, haven't they? Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, you know, like that. The lovey-dovey stuff, I didn't quite enjoy. Again, it's a lot better than the Ten Roses sort of romantic stuff. Not as good as the Doctor and Rivers romance sort of side, because I do like the Doctor and Rivers relationship. The bit I was very, very disappointed with. Now, there's 2 things where I was disappointed with. One was the whole lovey-dovey stuff, but I can look past that because it's still such a good episode, because I really did enjoy Ncuti Gatwa's performance. I was a little bit disappointed that I really was expecting very big hopes. I was actually expecting a kind of a trilogy, because next week is the beginning of the finale for this season. So I was kind of expecting something really bad to happen, and then it says to be continued, and we have to watch The Legend of Ruby Sunday, and of course go straight into the Empire of Death. I was really expecting something to happen in this episode. I was really expecting something to go wrong with Ruby, and of course it just ends on the cliffhanger, and that's why the Doctor and Ruby have got to go to unit in the next story. But no, this is kind of sort of own little thing, and I'm there thinking I enjoyed it, but I was a little bit disappointed because I was actually expecting more from it. I really was expecting more. I don't know how to explain it myself, but I really was hoping for more. Honestly, I was just really hoping for more, and yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I was still hoping for more. I really have to say that. I really wanted more. I really wanted that kind of trilogy sort of vibes that we had for the Master Trilogy. So, more importantly, how do I rank and rate this story? Well, when I was rethinking basically how I've ranked half of this season already, and I'm gonna have to say this is actually a 6 out of 10. Even though Space Babies is not the best season opener, this is a good episode, but I don't think it's a masterpiece. I don't think it is going to be any higher than 6 out of 10. If I give it a rewatch in a couple of years' time, probably. But you know what I'm like. I'm going to keep watching this season because I absolutely am loving Ncuti Gatwa's performance. So, yeah, Rogue is definitely 6 out of 10. Even though it has some great moments in it, like the Kylie Minogue stuff. And, of course, with the Ncuti Gatwa, with the Richard E. Grant Doctor. Basically, rating, we have the very first B of the season. Now, basically, when I did my ranking, like when I did the actual ranking things at the end, we have a -A for Space Babies. We have a AAA for The Devil's Cord. We have a AAA again for basically Boom. Then a AAA for basically, as we all know, 73 yards. And then last week's episode, Dot on Bubble, I had to say I give it an 8.5 out of 10, and it's a -A. So we are now literally in the actual B column for this season. So would it boost back up in the finale two-parter? I do hope so. I have to say I did enjoy this episode, but I have to say, me personally, it's basically a 6 out of 10. There's some moments I did enjoy from it. There's some moments I didn't quite enjoy from it. But for me to sit here and say, I'm sorry to anybody that wants to go and kill me, it is literally a 6 out of 10 and a B. Not a -B or a triple B. It is literally just on the flat B column. So what did you think of Rogue? Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe and share. And join for more awesome Doctor Who content. And join me next week for my review on The Legend of Ruby Sunday. And my review will be a bit later because I am going to Comic-Con during the day. So I probably will wait until late Saturday night and do my film my review and then basically upload it on the Sunday because I am going to Comic-Con, which I'm really looking forward to because I am meeting Jodie Whittaker, Amanda Gill and Tenzin Cole. Basically, I'm meeting the 13th Doctor, Yaz and Ryan for the first time of my life. So I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, let me know what did you think of Rogue, and please do like, subscribe and share, and join me for more awesome Doctor Who content. And please, 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 please like, subscribe and share to Paul Who.